is Afoyorwoth Prudence. I am 22 years old. I volunteer with the Uganda Red Cross Society, Nebi branch. Well, due to the lockdown, most of the youth dropped out of schools and are unemployed. Therefore, I came up with an idea of training them on entrepreneurship skills training, like making reusable sanitary pads, where I used this particular book to train them on step by step how to make sanitary pads, and we came up with samples which looks like this. And then secondly, I trained them on how to make liquid soap, which we have already made, and we are selling this to the communities to raise money for buying more materials. And then thirdly, I have trained these youth on how to do handcraft and design, whereby we have already made some necklaces that we are selling to people, and we have made things like bangles, which we are selling to the youth in our community. And thirdly, we have come out with a doormat, which we are trying to make, and we shall sell it to the community out there. And then secondly, due to the exposure during the lockdown, the youth were facing challenges like teenage pregnancies, whereby they are getting a lot of challenges like pregnancy complications, uterine fibroids, sexual violence, and HIV/AIDS. Whereby I came up with an idea of sensitizing them on sexual reproductive health education. The design thinking that I use for my prototyping is a call sheet, whereby I realized most of the youth dropped out of school and are facing a huge problem of unemployment. I therefore came up with an idea of starting up income-generating activities like making of reusable sanitary pads, making of liquid soap, and making of art and craft design. And my target is to make the young mothers and young fathers self-employed and for them to have a self-sustainability life. The main innovation here is the making of reusable sanitary pads, whereby I am working with the local leaders to collect data with the help of LCs, health workers, and the government officials who are helping me in gathering these young people and mobilizing them in different villages and societies so that we are able to have this training done in our society. According to my findings, the beneficiaries said the reusable sanitary pads are thick and comfortable for them, though we need to get quality cotton towels in order to have the best reusable sanitary pads in West Nile. And on the liquid soap, the thickness is fine and the perfume is fine for everyone who has so far used it. And we managed to get a big supply with one of the biggest organizations in West Nile, which is the MEMPRO. They have made us to become their official supplier for liquid soap, that they need 20 liters every month. And on the potential of this idea for the future impact is that The youth will be self-employed and have a sustainable life. And well, if I'm to get further fundings, I would love to open up an entrepreneurship training center for the youth and to buy an electric sewing machine, which we shall be using for sewing our own pads, because right now we do the making of the reusable sanitary pads, but we get somebody who does the sewing for us. So I would like so much if I get the funding to buy my own electric sewing machine so that we are able to do it on our own. And then lastly, I would like to become one of the biggest suppliers of reusable sanitary pads in West Nile region by 2025.